Hello everyone and welcome to Tiresome. Today is a story of woes and unfortunately a project, my first failed project and arguably my first project other than the scimitar. Let me talk you through that. So here is a aforementioned project. Some of you may remember seeing this on the channel when I had to steal the jacks out of it to do the brakes on the scimitar. In order to get under the car, I'm going to have to reclaim my axle stands from this. It's an old Ford Fiesta, it's a friend of mine's, and the head gasket is gone. And I said, okay, well, why don't I learn something, help a friend out, and get it back on the road. So here is the engine bay. Oh no, my shadow. The engine bay, and as you can see, I've actually already gone through and got most of the bearings off. And I know it looks like a mess under here at the moment, but I did actually mark off all the cam bearings or camshaft bearings, everything like that, so I knew where they went in relation to the camshafts. And I've, as you can see, done most of the gubbins down here to kind of give me access to it. The next step was to, I marked up the timing gears here to remove the cam belt and then, well, take the camshafts out. And then underneath there, I don't know if you can see because the lighting's quite poor. Oh, I don't think so actually. But underneath the camshafts, there are 5 Torx bolts, big Torx bolts down each row of camshaft, and they keep the head on. So the idea was to take the head off, give it to a local auto factors and get them to skin the head. They provide me the new head gasket set and everything like that. And I came across a couple of obstacles, unfortunately. As you can tell, I mean, for anyone who knows the market really, this car is worth about 500 quid in working condition. And even with me doing this and keeping it cheap, this was going to be about maybe 200 to 300 quid's worth of work. And the exhaust manifold was my first obstacle. You can see the heat shield there. The bolts look more like Weetos than actual bolts. And that was the first thing. So, and I mean, they're going to be a right pig to get off. I guess what's happened is, as the water's been running down the windscreen, it's actually just been leaking down onto the exhaust manifold, causing them to rust. But by far, the biggest issue was this plastic guard here, which kind of is the sort of timing cover, I guess you'd say. The cam belt down the bottom, as you can see down there, maybe is the crank. And in order to get to that, there is a sort of access hole, which is behind here, the sort of guard on the front there. And the issue is that we have ourselves a locking wheel nut on there, and the key to get the locking wheel nuts off is stripped. So that wheel isn't going anywhere without someone welding a nut to the end of that locking wheel nut, or, you know, maybe grinding a slot in it and then trying to rotate it or something like that with a chisel maybe or something. I don't know. Either way, with that issue, even then the back wheels at least wouldn't be able to be serviced because, well, they've still got the same locking wheel nuts on them. And what's funny is I tested the kit out on this wheel here, but I couldn't, because as you may see, that wheel nut at the very top is gleaming new, and I'm guessing that that's the person who last put this tyre on. You may be able to tell this tyre is actually fairly new, and whoever did that must have used the last of the, you know, the actual wheel lock key, or maybe they used an impact wrench on it or something and stripped it that way. But I'm guessing that that's the issue there, and that means that I can't get the timing cover off without getting the wheel off or anything like that, and I can't get to it. And that is why this is the first failed one. It's now become simply uneconomical to repair, and that's really annoying. It's something I hate seeing and everything like that. I put a lot of work into this, a lot of research. I bought a Haynes manual. I've been watching YouTube videos and all sorts of crap to sort of brush up my knowledge and try and make sure this was going to work, but it's just, unfortunately, not going to happen. Not going to happen. It needs about between 400 and 500 quid's worth of work spending on it. Even if I was a professional mechanic in a workshop with all the tools, this would still be a pain in the arse. So, unfortunately, that's that. It's time to get this one sent off, unfortunately, to the scrapyard in the sky. Man, I really don't like saying goodbye to cars, even when they're not mine. And when I promise a friend that, you know, I can do this, it's okay, let's have a go, let's do it, let's save you a buck, get me some knowledge, Such a shame when you can't help out, man, but it's just got to the stage now where this car's biting back too much. We've got to say goodbye. Well, a very small episode of Tiresome, but I thought it's better, you know, at least you guys can see the reality of working on cars sometimes, and make a short video out of that, just to let you guys know, man, what a shame. Never mind, onwards and upwards. See you later.